ultimately, doing these walks is all about showing up. It's about doing something. It's about actually putting your feet to the pavement. It's about realizing that you have the tools that you need to do great things. When we first took a trip to Africa, we were overwhelmed, like a lot of people, with huge challenges and statistics and people that knew a lot more than we did about extreme poverty and the laundry list of things that you can't possibly get your head around. But what I was personally so struck by, and continue to be struck by, is the fact that real change that's happening on the ground, not just facing extreme poverty in Africa, but with any great challenge, over and over comes back to individuals giving of themselves, regardless of whether it's convenient or regardless of whether they have everything that it takes. One by one, huge things get accomplished because people get out of their comfort zone for a minute and they say, you know what, I think I'm just going to do something. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show up to this walk. I'm going to take a job working with those that are in the worst situations. I'm going to be the doctor that spends their education working with young mothers that really, truly are in dire need. I'm going to be the young woman living in South Africa that has small children that are struggling to eat, and I'm going to take my time out and volunteer to help other young women. There's people like that are taking their time out to do the work that's really necessary. These walks are a simple action. This is something that three guys in a band that have get to tour around the country, something that we could do. We said we're going to be in places, we're going to see people, we're going to have an opportunity to share our own experiences, and the least thing we can do is we can get together and we can not ask you guys to do something that we wouldn't do ourselves. So this walk is about how ultimately each of us are called to act first, put our feet to the ground, and be responsible for our own actions. You're not turning around going, hey, did you hear what I did today? This is about you guys. You know, the first tour that we did, we were really proud to have Tom's with us 2 years ago. On the first one, we said to Tom's Shoes, Tom's is a great company that built into their business model that they could give back with every pair of shoes that was purchased. So if you buy a pair of Tom's Shoes, they give a pair of shoes to a child in need. And we thought that idea was so important to share because it's about how each of us are going to take the ideas that we have, the businesses that we have, the initiative to reach people. Tom's is doing it today, and you guys could be the ones setting the example tomorrow. Maybe there's a business that you're wanting to start. Maybe there's an idea that you're wanting to share. Maybe there's a talent that you have. But we can't try and do good things over on the sidelines. We need to do them right in the middle of our life. We need to do them with the jobs that we have, with the friends that we're around. We need to put to work the best resources we've got. And it's not about feeling bad. It's not about feeling guilty. It's not about trying to look around at everybody and say, hey, look what a do-gooder I am. It's about actually doing it. It's about showing up. And this walk is just like that. We say, hey, let's get together. Let's do something simple. Let's do something real. And let's remind one another that there are so many things that we already have that we can use to put to work. So I'm a little slow on the brain side right now, but what you guys are doing today is taking action in a legitimate way. This campaign is called the Take the Walk campaign. The whole idea is that you guys are a part of doing something tangible today. Take the Walk has committed to give $1 on your behalf because you guys showed up. And the whole idea of that is we want you guys to realize that action and being here and coming and doing something real is the most important thing. When you come to this walk, we have a table set up at the end where you can put your name down and you say, I took this walk today, I did this, I showed up, I talked about walking a mile with the crazy Hansons and Sherwood, who's also here walking with us. And I put my feet to work, and there's 5 causes that you can make your mile count for. Do you want your mile to go to help drill a clean water well, to help build a new school, to help provide a pair of Tom's shoes, to help provide medicine for a young mother that needs just 1 month of access to medicine so that she can prevent transmitting HIV to her unborn child? You guys, just because we showed up today, have the opportunity to put your feet to work and do something that is real. It's not fluffy, it's really badass, because it's actually happening. And I just want you to realize that even though we're standing here and we're on a college campus on just another day, standing on a picnic table on Zach's birthday, that you guys are not far away from the cause that we're talking about. We start talking about extreme poverty and young people that are struggling with HIV, or whether they're going to eat tomorrow, or kids that walk miles a day without a pair of shoes. This is not far from you guys. It's people just like you and me. It's people we probably like. We would probably share much in common, but it's people that you guys also have the opportunity to be in partnership with, and people that need just a push to be able to change their daily life by getting access to the simplest things. And I think that our generation is poised to do the most good of any group of people in history. And when I say good, I mean real, tangible impact on people's lives, like you and me. I mean putting a pair of shoes on somebody's feet. I mean drilling a clean water well. I mean seeing a school built. I mean actually asking for accountability from people when we hand over our time or our money. And for the first time in ever, we can actually ask for that accountability. We can actually say to the organizations that take our money, where does it go? We can actually ask ourselves, how do I turn my business into a powerful tool for change and for real motion? And you and I, all of us, have the opportunity to set that bar high and to decide how we're going to use our phones and how we're going to use Facebook and how we're going to use the ability to talk to each other and the ability to shake things up. And I think that we're going to use it to find partnerships in our friends that are living in Africa today. And the people that 20 years from now, I know, will be reaching out and doing this work right now, just like you and I are, for somebody else that is less fortunate. And turning their communities and their schools and their new businesses into ways to change their world. But you guys today are the ones that are the leaders. And it really makes a difference that you guys are standing here, even if it's just because I'm loud. And because we probably have a